Hey loves, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve the perfect mini twist using HOTBRAIDS hair. The package I received was very heavy, so let's go ahead and go through it and see what we got. They sent us basically everything that we need. We have a rat tail comb, a brush, an edge brush, as well as 3 clips came in that box. And then they also sent us over a water bottle for detangling, which that came in handy. And then there was a scarf for styling. And then we also have a bag that they sent us over. I'm pretty sure for storing the hair because the hair is reusable. It's 100% human hair. And then they also sent us over some booklets with some hair samples so you can see exactly which hair texture you are and the exact texture that you should order for your hair to blend really well. In today's video, I am using 5 packs of their 22-inch Afro Kinky Coily bulk human hair in the texture 4A, 4B. To prep the hair for styling, I just sprayed a little bit of water onto the bundle after taking off the net, and then I just started pulling it apart, being very mindful when pulling it apart not to pull too much. Like, I want to keep the coils together because that is what I'm going to use to start my mini twist. This is an example of what I mean by keeping the coil together. I want it to be like this. Jumping right into the hairstyle, I did wear my hair in 2 braids the night before, so it was kind of already parted, but I did want to try to make it as straight as possible. So I'll part straight down the middle until I get to the middle part of my head, and then I am going to turn around and part the back of my hair from one ear to the other ear. This just makes it easier for me. This is the best guideline that I use when doing braids. I will say parting my hair took the longest out of this whole hairstyle. That is the part that took the longest for me. After perfecting the parts as much as I can, this is where I decide how big or small I want to make the sections for the mini twist, and I am just going to part this here to connect directly to the part in the middle of my head as well as the part behind the ears. To keep it nice and clean and not be repetitive, at the time that I'm doing the mini twist, I decided to braid it just so I can keep the sections, and I do that on each side of my head going into the middle. I recommend using a gel and twisting cream of your choice, but these are the ones that I use. Alright, after all the parting, we are getting to the twist. I'm going to be completely honest, this was definitely a trial and error for me. I completed one whole side of my head before I realized that there was a more effective way to do it, and I liked it that way so much better. To begin the twist, I start with a braid. I want to say I braid down about 3 times before I add any of the hair. So then I go in with 2 coils, and I am going to twist the ends of those together. It doesn't have to be tight, it doesn't have to be really neat, just enough for me to be able to grip it the same amount as my natural hair. So then I am going to add that hair into the braid that I already started with my natural hair, and I am going to braid that down about 3 or 4 times as well, and then I will begin a twist. So you start with a braid and then you will twist. As you move down in the twist, you'll start to realize that it is getting thinner, and that is when you want to add another coil. This is just so that your twist is one size throughout the whole length. I will show you a few more times up close exactly how you add the coil in and twist it to blend with the hair and stay. As you can see here, I have the braid started with my natural hair, and then I am going to add in some of the Afro Kinky curly hair. Braid that down a little bit. To get the twist started, what you want to do is separate all 3 of those pieces that you have there, and then my natural hair, the one that doesn't have any kinky curly texture into it, I am going to twist that to one of the outside sections that I have, and then after that is twisted together. So now I have just 2 pieces of hair that aren't blended, and that is going to become the actual twist, and you twist twist those together. And to keep that size throughout the whole twist, I'm going to add another coil and then keep twisting in the same direction that I was already twisting. You don't want to unravel the twist when you're adding more hair in. You want to tightly twist when you're adding hair. You want to twist tighter than you were twisting beforehand, if that makes sense. I'll stop talking now so you guys can watch, but you just repeat the same method throughout your entire head. Reaching the top of my head, you can see the difference of what I was talking about earlier in the video of me doing one side of my head and not really liking it and changing the way that I did the twist, and this style was way more effective. The next day I did completely redo that side. So it took me 2 days in total to do this hairstyle, but if I did not change it, then I would say just about a couple hours. This is almost a finished product. This is what it looks like after being installed. I did go in and cut the ends because they were not all the same size. As you've seen, I was adding hair to make it longer. After cutting, I just used a spray bottle to define the curls at the end of the twist, as well as I did use some mousse and added some mousse in there just to lock the curls in so they don't bud. This was my first time doing mani twists, but I really did enjoy it, and I might just do them more often. It's a really cute, fun hairstyle for the summer, and you could do multiple hairstyles with the one hairstyle that you have in. This is 100% human hair. You're able to wash, condition, as well as apply heat to this hair for styling. I do want to say thank you if you made it this far in the video. Be sure to check the description box down below if you want to try this hair out for the summertime. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Take your time.